Hello! What is up? What's up, friends? And welcome to one of the official launch events of the Shop Like an Icon experience. So here's your first experience, everyone. I live downtown, everyone, now. So you're gonna hear sirens. You're probably gonna hear, I don't know, there's beeping, construction happening. Enjoy the soundscape that we have. I answer everything that you guys might have questions about and share what I got, the fits, my own experience with it, the stories behind the designs, everything, okay? Most styles do come in size small to 5X. Some styles don't, and if it's sold out on the website, that is because the actual manufacturer has a shortage on those sizes in their actual manufacturer thing. So keep checking back because they do restock, and I do have some stuff in really fun colors that might not come in your size in one fit, but it does come in your size in another fit. So keep an open mind. I'm gonna share the fits that I have. The neutral noteworthy fit is gonna go like a little bit more tapered into the hips, and the curvilicious fit gives you more room in the hips, okay? So any time I'm like, oh, I ordered this in curvilicious fit, that's what that means. If I say neutral noteworthy fit, which I didn't order anything in, but if you have questions about it, let me know. That is going to be a little bit straighter at the hips and narrower, and then a little bit bigger at the chest / shoulders area. So if it doesn't come in your size in noteworthy, or if it doesn't come in your size in like curvilicious fit and you want to go to noteworthy, the only thing you have to account for is if you have like narrower hips, like it'll probably fit you a lot better. If you find that you're like a little wider in the shoulders and a little narrower in the hips, you might want to go for a neutral noteworthy fit. The sizing difference that I've noticed when it comes to actual like physical sizing, like this is an extra large. I have a couple sweaters that are double XL that I ordered. So I'm a size 14, 16, depending on the shop, depending on the day, really in between a 14, 16, sometimes a 12 once in a while, which means that I wear anything from a medium to a double XL. And so for me, I do have some fits that I ordered in a double XL and some fits that I ordered in XL. XL, the only difference between double XL and XL for me is a little bit more room in the stomach area and longer. That is the only difference that I noticed. They're pretty similar in the shoulders and the arms. That's what I noticed in sweaters. In t-shirts, you have a lot more space in the arms and a lot more space in the chest and stuff like that when you order bigger sizes, just so you know. So that's the difference with that. You can shop by design, and then you can go in and you can be like, okay, this is the one that I want. So I picked the Total Icon one. And you can pick your fit, okay? And then you can pick your style. These come in a ton of different styles. And one thing that I want to note is if you're going to get a sweater, like a sweatshirt like me, they all well, I did add actually some hoodies. So there are some hoodies in there because it was high demand. So I added some hoodies, but most of them are going to be like the crew necks, just because I really like them. But if you go into sweatshirt, I'm going to show you something. They come in a bunch of different colors, whatever colors were available in t-shirts and sweaters. If there was a bright color, I probably added it. If there wasn't a bright color, I did not add it, okay? So if you want a bright color of a sweater, okay, a sweater, we also have a different fit that's called French terry. Now, the French terry and the classic fleece are very different. Let me explain to you why, okay? French terry is thinner. It's kind of like a burnout material-ish, so it's like a thinner sweatshirt. This one's like super fuzzy and like pretty warm. It's still really like pretty thin, but it's pretty warm, okay? And so I like poked a little poke. That's not a hole. It's just like a little dent from my nail. But the French terry is going to be a thinner material, and it is the only style, French terry is the only style that is completely gender neutral, which I would, so that's the only one that I don't actually have because I gave it away because I did not have room for my hips. I'm obsessed with the color. You've probably seen me in pictures on my Instagram with this style and with this color. And it was so devastating when I gave it away, but I just didn't love it as much as these fits. Like, because I have a pretty wide hips, compared to my waist. Like, it goes out quite a bit. I just didn't have the room in that sweater, and it was like, I could wear it and it wouldn't be super duper cozy, but it would look really great, or I could be super comfortable and just like get a sweatshirt that I loved. So I was super comfortable and I got a sweatshirt that I loved. Okay, so let's begin the portion of the try on, or the try on portion of this event. So clearly this is the Bitch I'm an Icon one. Okay, super cute. You guys actually voted on this font. Probably not you personally, maybe you personally, but you on my Instagram did. So this is the Bitch I'm an Icon. It has a cute little, like, it looks like it's 3D almost. Very, very cute. This is an XL. This is going to be important because I was going to do shirts first, shirts and tanks, but what I'll do is I'll do sweaters first, then t-shirts, then tank tops. Okay, so this is that. It's white. I've probably washed this like 3 times already because I accidentally washed it without taking the tag off. You're gonna get a little tag in the corner of your sweater. It's gonna like be a little like QR code or whatever. Instead of like actual tags, that's like the tag. Okay, so please rip it off before, or peel it off before you wash your clothes because I didn't. And it was like awful. Okay, like I was rubbing for like 2 days to get this stupid sticker stuff off because I washed it with the sticker on it. Okay, don't make my mistake. Make sure if you get it to take it off. But just so you know, all these sweatshirts that I have been washed like 4 times already. So you can see what the style looks like. So I'm wearing a tank top underneath, so don't worry, you're not gonna get a show. I'm sorry, you gotta pay extra for that. But that's the Bitch I'm an Icon. That's the XL. Now I'm gonna show you, okay, what a double XL looks like. That's an XL. Okay, so this is what a double XL looks like on me. This is the take up space one. So the Bitch I'm an Icon story was, it was very last minute edition. I wanted something that was just cute and simple, and I added it literally probably the night before we opened the shop. So that's what that is. It's nothing spectacular. It's just like a really cute, like easy to read, simple design. This one I freaking love. So this is the difference. You can see this is the 2X in the Curvilicious fit. It's longer. It like covers my butt. Okay. It's wider. You can see that it doesn't really fit me that differently on the shoulders. It fits me more like here. Like it's a little bigger in the belly and in my hips. So Curvilicious fit. Do we love it? Do we love it? So this says, I'm here to take up space. It's really cute. If you have ever been in a workshop with me, or if you've ever been in a classroom with me, or you've ever listened to my podcast or seen something of mine, if you haven't, that's totally fine. I always talk about like walking in like you own the place and taking up space unapologetically in whatever area, whatever room that you're in, whether that's online or offline. And so part of that is really like giving yourself permission to take up space. That means to use your voice, to walk in and like take up space energetically, to take up space physically in your physical body. I have a whole course actually on that called Take Up Space, which I'm not selling right now. I'm just letting you guys know that like the whole process of taking up space is like normalizing the space that you take up with your energy, with your personality, and with your physical body, and like energetically, emotionally, all that stuff. So giving yourself permission to like feel your feelings, right? Give yourself permission to actually be an asset to every room that you walk into, instead of like doubting if that room wants you or needs you in it or not, right? Like that goes for professional rooms, that goes for your family members, like rooms that your family is in, that goes for if you're going on a first date. It's like whatever room that you enter, you take up space unapologetically, and you give yourself permission to be there to take up space. So that's what this is about. Also, this is not the Space Invader Aliens, but it has that kind of vibe, that like retro vibe, because that is my favorite arcade game. So these were all custom done by my boyfriend's friend Michael, and I'll tell you how that came to be in a second. But you can find his like tag line or whatever of like how to find him. You can actually find it in the description of every single design that he was on. So I did the lettering of this one, and he did the little aliens. So it's super cute. It has like a space vibe. It has like a retro arcade vibe. I really, really love it. This is super cozy. I kind of don't want to take it off, but I will. And you can see like this is a longer one, so I definitely wear this with like shorts, and I wear it to sleep all the time, or I'll wear it like over stuff. This is a really good one. My 2XL is a little nicer to wear over top of t-shirts and long sleeves, so I'll wear this probably all winter. And then, yeah, the other ones I'll wear with like jeans or any other stuff. Of course, I'm going to get so sweaty. So get ready, guys. I'm going to get super duper sweaty. Taking off all the stuff and putting back on. I love your Take Up Space message. I'm adding this shirt to my list. Ah, thank you. Yeah, it's just a nice reminder. And, okay, maybe I will show you. I'll show you the style. And I'll show you the print on white, because this, it looks brighter than it actually is, to be honest. This is a little bit more, I guess, muted, the colors. So I wanted it to be like super neon. It doesn't show up like that on a print, but let me show you it on white. So I got this one in white. I'll try these on after. So it's a little, I think I almost like it better on the dark. I got it in white because I was like, oh, it's gonna look so cool on white. I think I actually like it better on the dark. So here's it in a muscle tank. And it's super cute, and I'll try those on after, but I just wanted to show you a little sneak peek, okay? Next up, of course, I'm gonna get so sweaty, and then my nose is gonna run, and it's gonna be the worst. I really do want that sweater now. Yeah, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so here's one of my favorites. Okay, I just wanna make sure I have the right one. Yes, okay. So here's one of my favorites. You guys probably see me, like, literally wear it all the time, because I freaking love it. Okay, ready? The reveal. It's the Powerpuff Girl one. So once again, this is an XL. And this one actually like fits a little bigger than my other XL. So I don't know. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just worn in a little bit more. Okay, so this one's a little worn in more. It's not as, like the other one's a little like, I think probably because the print too, it like kind of tapers it in a little bit. So this is still an XL, okay? XL, not the double XL. So you can see it like doesn't really cover my butt, which I don't really want it for this one, but I love this one so much. Let me tell you a story behind this one. So it says Total Icon, and here is the little Powerpuff Girl. So for me and my boyfriend's anniversary, he actually got me made into a Powerpuff Girl. His friend Michael did a design, so they worked together, and for our 1 year, he got me created into a Powerpuff Girl. So this is how this whole merch launch started. So it kind of came into play all at the same time, like really, really soon. Really quickly. Okay, I should say. Not really soon. Happened so fast. Okay. So it was our 1 year, which was in March. May. It was in May. Oh my gosh. It was in May. We live together now. Hopefully he didn't hear that. Okay. So in May, we had our 1 year, and he had me made into a little Powerpuff Girl. Now at the time, if you didn't know me before, I had like a big red chunk in my bangs, like right now, or yeah, like in my hair. I didn't have bangs, and this is kind of what I looked like. So there we got like a couple GIFs created, or GIFs or whatever, of me as a Powerpuff Girl, all these different things. And then I had a light bulb idea. I was like, can we make this sassy? Can we make it look like it's like, I don't give a fuck, like, can we make it super sassy? And so they went and they made it sassy, and they gave me a little bubble gum. He actually looked at my Instagram. He gave me a little lightning bolts. And look, that's my phone case. So you actually, if you ever look at, I'm using my phone, so I can't show you, but I'll show you my laptop, because these stickers are actually the stickers. Of course, my laptop case is cracked, not my actual laptop. But look at these stickers, okay? I have these all over the back of my phone, and a little peach pop socket. And they're from my book launch party, actually, because they match the cover of my book. So they got it down to the frickin' T with my iPhone and put the little stickers from my book on the actual iPhone. How cute is that? And like, I love it. I love the little like lightning bolts. I love the eyeshadow that they chose, like everything, the green eyes. Kind of green today, not really. But green eyes. I had red hair at the time. It's so freaking cute. So this was what started it all. started it all. And it says total icon because we're all total icons, okay? Super stoked on it. I love this so much. It looks even great on black, like on the black sweaters. Holy, it looks so good. I was scared that it wasn't gonna look as cool as it does on white because white is just so vibrant, but there is a picture on my Instagram story, if you look today, of my grandparents wearing them, and they're both of them got black. Like I got them a black one, and it looks like just as bright. And like I said, I've washed this like 4 times, and look, it's like perfect. There's a fuzzy on it, but like I've washed this like literally like 4 times. 4 times in the past like 2 days, literally. And then the other ones that I was wearing too is like 4 times in like the last 2 days, and they all look amazing. So those are my sweaters that I got. So I love story too. Yeah, it's so sweet. I love it. So everything literally has its own story. The only one that has like less of a story is literally just the bitch I'm an icon one, but that's just like self-explanatory, right? I keep checking my bangs because I'm like, oh my God, my aunt's in this group and she's gonna kill me. I like don't even know what's happening. She'll fix the bangs, but she's gonna kill me. Okay, let's go to shirts. If you love that story, you're gonna love this story, okay? The unshushable shirt. So do you guys love how it looks like it was written in lipstick? Because it was. Because not on the actual physical shirt. Like I said, I've actually worn this all summer and washed it 1,000 times. Like legit. I've worn this for the past 2 months. I've worn this probably like 4 times a week. I'm not even kidding you. And I wash it a lot because I got so sweaty at summer camp. So like look how good the logo is for washing it 1,000 times, literally. So this is a 2XL. I had to check. So this one's a 2XL. This is in the Curvilicious t-shirt fit, whatever. They're so soft, guys. Like everything is so soft. I'm obsessed. So this is just the Curvilicious fit, and this was actually written in lipstick. So when we were finalizing some of the designs, I wrote, not even in red lipstick, I actually wrote it in black lipstick originally. I wrote in black lipstick on a piece of paper, and I sent it to my boyfriend, and I said, can you send this to Michael and make him make me a font with it? And he comes back with this amazing red font that is my writing, exactly how I wrote it in lipstick. And look at the little, like you can see the little dots, like it's so cool. It is super, super cool. So, and I think Katrina might have gotten this in a hoodie. I can't remember, but maybe not. Maybe it was a sweater. I don't know. I know that someone else ordered this. So this is what the shirt looks like, just like this. Okay. Super normal. I always, you'll see me tie it and roll the sleeves up. So let me see. This is how you'll normally see me wear it. I love how long the sleeves are because when you're chilling, you can just like let them like hang down. And then when you want to like have a little bit of a vibe, you can do that. And then you can, I don't have one of my elastics on me, but I'll just give you guys the energy of it. And I always wear like my red lightning bolt earrings with them. So this is kind of like how you'll always see me wear this. So I always wear it like this, but now you know what it looks like when it's just like chilling too. And this one's fresh out of the wash. Again, like I said, I washed this like too many times. I wore this at camp all the time when I was teaching the kidlets. So it's been 1,000 times super sweaty, and like the deodorant, you know how like when you have white shirts and then like your deodorant will stain it? It's actually not that bad for how sweaty I was. It's not that bad. There's like probably a little bit of discoloration if I'm being honest, but for wearing this like 4 times a week for 2 months straight and washing it a bunch of times, like it makes sense. Okay, another one of my favorites. So, oh yes, an unshushable is like the story behind like the actual unshushable thing is like we're gonna get into this when I show you the don't shush me ones, but like unshushable is like you are not willing to sacrifice your energy, your emotions, your voice. Like when you come from a grounded, confident place, when you know yourself and you know your shit, that's something I talk about all the time, knowing yourself and knowing your shit, knowing your values, knowing if you have stuff to work on, knowing your strengths, all that stuff. Like when you come from a really grounded place within yourself and you like stand behind your value system, who you are and how you're showing up, like nothing can minimize you. Nothing. unless you allow it to. So that's kind of what's behind that. This one, Natural Born Icon. Okay, so I have to show you guys something because this is wild. I'm gonna drop my laptop. Okay. So this is like hot pink. This is the color of the sweater that I got. Like the original, the one that's like tapered in too much. So, okay, so this is like the shirt. Let me just go into Curvilicious t-shirt so I have it. It is hot pink, like hot pink in real life. This is about the color that you get. Like that's how bright it is. Let me show you what it looks like on the actual website because I was wild. Okay, so this is a lie. This like berry, I guess it kind of does, but like when you actually look on the website, it looks like more of a purple. Like, yeah, do you see that difference? So it looks more of like a purple or a fuchsia. It's not. It is hot pink. Like, holy smokers, hot pink. Okay? So this is the shirt that I'm obsessed with right now. It says Natural Born Icon because being a natural born icon is like owning what makes you iconic. And I actually have a free like 5-day masterclass series. It's completely free. You can still sign up for it. It's just all pre-recorded, called Natural Born Icon. So that's kind of where this came from. It's about like owning your inner icon and like what makes you iconic and how like you don't have to like be anything. You don't have to perform as anything. You just have to like embrace who you truly are to like be iconic. Like everything that you are at a core is iconic. And if you're like, okay, or like when, I know when people are like, oh, you're the best, you're amazing. Like, you're like, okay, so what, right? It doesn't really feel customized to you. And like, if you're kind of feeling that when I say that you are a natural born icon, and you're like, and what? Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, what does that even mean? Is that just a bunch of fluff? I would highly recommend going to my bio on my Instagram, Danny Druso, okay? The link in my bio, it says free masterclass. You could also go to danielledruso.com/naturalbornicon, I think, or something like that, or /icon. I'll put it in the comments. But if you go to my Instagram bio and you click it and you see free 5-day Natural Born Icon masterclass, or is it 4 days? It might be 4 days, not 5 days. Anyways, go take it. It's free, number one. And number two, it'll explain a lot more about like the meaning behind being a natural born icon, okay? So here is my shirt. This one is an XL. So this one's a little snugger than I thought it was gonna be. The other one is a double XL. I think that like between the double XL and the XL is a very big difference because I would have assumed that this fits like a large, but it doesn't. And this is Curvilicious fit like always. And of course you're gonna see me with it tied and you're gonna see me with it with the sleeves rolled up. So this is how you're gonna see me wear it. Okay, so that is Natural Born Icon. As mentioned, if you want more of that, you can go into that link and check that out because it's completely free. You just pop your email in and then I think it just like emails it to you, which is really fun and exciting. And one of my favorite stories ever is that I talk about in that masterclass series a lot is the story about Marilyn Monroe walking down the street with her photographer's wife. And she's walking down the street in New York and no one's really noticing her. And then she looks at the photographer's wife and she says, do you want me to become her, to turn it on? And the photographer's wife, like, what are you talking about? She's like, do you want me to become Marilyn Monroe? And the photographer's wife, like, what? Like, okay. And all she does is adjust her energy. All she does is like a flick of a switch, like embody something completely new. And all of a sudden, like the cars were stopping. People were like, that's Marilyn Monroe. That's Marilyn Monroe. And she didn't have to change her hair. She didn't have to change her makeup. She didn't have to change anything. She was exactly how she was before. And with a flick of a switch, all of a sudden it was like she became magnetic. She became Marilyn Monroe in that moment. And like, it's such a good fucking story. And that didn't even do it justice. I talked through the whole thing in Natural Born Icon. It's like one of my favorite stories. Okay. We're going to the tank tops. So this, I'm not going to try all of them on just to save time. But so this is the Natural Born Icon muscle shirt, okay? I also ordered this one in a muscle shirt, the Take Up Space one, and it's a different style. Can you see that? I don't know why. For me, like when I chose them, they were both the same material. They're both super soft. This one is like a burnout material. So I don't know if that's just like what they had in stock. You can still see my nails through it. This one is just a super soft kind of see-through t-shirt base. Both incredibly soft. So this one, this is the Natural Born Icon in white. This is the Take Up Space in white. Okay. Very soft. These fit the same, like they're the same fit. And I'm going to try on the Don't Shush Me one, which is also the same fit. The only difference is that they're 2 different materials, which is interesting. So I don't know what you're going to get if you get the muscle tank, but let me know so I can keep that in my brain. Okay, so this is my Don't Shush Me tank. Same thing, burnout material, okay? If you get the other material, it's just gonna be see-through. All of these I got in XL. I had to double check. All of these I got in the XL, so they're gonna fit the exact same. So this is, do you see what I mean? Where I'm like, all the styles don't really lend themselves to a V-neck, but like I'm sure that I could. Because in my head, I have a pretty big chest, and it's like if this was a V-neck, this would start like down here, and then my like boobs would cut it off. So I got a muscle shirt. My mom got the razorback of this one, and it looks really good. So that had a little bit of a lower neckline, and it fits like quite form-fitted. This one has a little bit of, it's a low, it's like kind of, can you see that? So it's low on the sides, okay? The muscle tank is low on the sides. I love that because I'll wear a tank top underneath it, or I'll wear like a sports bra. So I love it, okay? If you don't like that, go for the razorback because it'll be like, it'll fit like my tank top does, kind of like up there. So this is the Don't Shush Me one. As mentioned before, it's like a burnout material, okay? So you can like see through it. It's very fucking cute. I love it. I'm obsessed with it, okay? Don't Shush Me. This is the story behind this lovely lady. Actually, I was gonna say normally, but normally I start with this one story, but I'm gonna start with a different story, but it doesn't matter because you don't know what I was gonna say. So this is actually a tattoo that I wanted. When I launched my book, I wanted to get Don't Shush Me right here. I'll probably get it differently, but I wanted like the teeth to be like biting it. We went with a little bit of a different print on this one, where it's like in the lettering and the letters are kind of dripping down, or the lips are kind of dripping down, like it's like drenched. I love it. The story behind this one is the very first chapter that I wrote in my book was called Don't Shush Me. And my book is called Get Off Your Ass and Into Your Life, if you don't know that. And I wrote it, if you didn't know that. And my name's Danny, if you didn't know that. So Don't Shush Me was the very first chapter that I wrote. And it was all about feeling silenced. And I used to have a voice professor in university named Dawn McCarty. She still is with the National Voice Intensive. She's amazing, amazing person. She had us talk about shut up bullies. And shut up bullies are people who have silenced us or censored us throughout our lives, that have caused us to create like a vocal trauma, or has caused us to create like a almost like a bruise or scar on our voice, where we don't speak up anymore, or we don't embrace who we are, or we don't show up, or we don't do whatever. We just stop existing in the part of taking up space. We just like stop taking up as much space because we would rather live minimized than be silenced. And so I wrote my first chapter that I pitched to like everyone was Don't Shush Me. And it was all about how like no longer being silenced for who you are, and like no longer accepting the shushing. And through that, I had a lot of primarily females come up to me and say like, do you know how many times that I've been in a situation where I've been shushed by a male, or I've been shushed by someone because they thought I was being hysterical, or I've been shushed by someone because they don't think that I know as much as them, because based on either how I present my gender, or my gender identity, or like just who I am in the role that I play in different rooms. And I thought, you know what? Like, this is something that needs to be talked about not shushing. I don't shush kids when I teach. Very rarely will I be like, shh. And it's normally like okay, let's take a deep breath. Okay, now what did you have to say? It's never like a shh. It's never like a shh, quiet, right? No. Very rarely, if it's like my capacity's tapped and I'm not being my best self that day, I might like be like, shh, okay, cool. Or like, hold on one sec. But I always want to hear what someone has to say, because shushing is so damaging. Shushing is being like, I can't take this, so I need to control my exterior environment and make you minimized so that I feel like I'm in control or like I feel of authority. And I just don't vibe with that. It doesn't feel good. And after teaching this for like 7 weeks in that, or six weeks in that contract, it's like every time that I was like, shh, or anytime I was like, it's because I wanted to control my environment. It had nothing to do with that person, but now that person is going to internalize that as like feeling silenced. And that's why even if I'm talking and a kid raises their hand or something like that, it's like, okay, great. I still want to hear what you have to say. I'm going to finish my train of thought, but I still want to hear what you have to say. Or if they're talking, it's like, I still want to hear what you have to say. Let this other person finish first, and then I would love to hear what you have to say. So yes, your voice is valued. Yes, you are valued. And we can all be valued. So right now we're valuing this person's voice, and then we're going to value your voice too. We value both voices. It's not the loudest voice in the room that should always get attention. It's not the quietest voice in the room that should always like be paid attention to. It is all voices, always, right? And you can be the quietest voice in the room and still be valued, and you can be the loudest voice in the room and still be valued. There's this weird rhetoric around like going out of your way to like fish out, like if someone's quiet or like someone doesn't have anything to say. It's like, oh, we have to force that person to talk, and then we have to force the person that has something to say to be quiet. And it's like, that doesn't even make sense, because if someone wants to talk, they'll talk. If they want to say something, they'll raise their hand. If they want to say something, that is self-advocacy, and teaching self-advocacy is like teaching someone to raise their hand when they want to speak, or to like put themselves in the rooms that they want to be in, right? And then it's like those loud voices that do, it's like, cool. We're not teaching them that their voice doesn't matter. We're teaching them to like also uplift the other voices that might not have power behind them right now, right? So that we can all fit into the room. That's my belief. That's what Don't Shush Me came from. And that's this style, and I love it. And of course it's red, because I love red. Red is my power color. Even though right now my bangs are purple. But I have one more style to show you guys, and I'm sweaty, so my bangs are separating, but that's okay. Okay, so let me hang this one up. Does anyone have any questions so far? No? Everyone's good? If you have questions, you're more than welcome to ask me. So this is something that I cut up. If you don't know this already, I like cut up all my clothes and I bleach them and all this stuff. So I got this style of shirt. I got Don't Shush Me, the other style, which is like the text outside the lips. I'll show you in a second. But I got both of those shirts in the same size, and I cut this one into a tank top. So let me show you what that looked like. So I like measured no times, and I cut too many times on this one. So it's kind of like pokey outy. But if I don't wear a bra, it looks really great. So that's all that matters. But right now it's going to look a little weird just because it's like on top of stuff. And if I wear a sports bra, it fits really well too. This is the Don't Shush Me with the text outside of the lips. Now, as I mentioned, this is a double XL. It was the same size as my Unshushable shirt. But I felt it was just like, with the bright colors, it was just like a lot. It was a lot of material on my arms. It was just like a lot of everything. And I didn't feel comfortable wearing it because there was like a lot of negative space here that like didn't have any print on it, and it like didn't really fit my vibe. So I cut it. So I cut it up. So this is what it looks like cut up. And for this, I will just wear it down like this. I won't tie it because that takes away the shush me. Back where we started. Woo! Thanks for coming to the party, you guys. Let me grab my coffee. And like I said, like I ordered a bunch of white stuff. I don't know why. Lucille Ball, guys. One of my icons. As you can see, iconic and icons of Hollywood is kind of like my style. But I love Lucille Ball. I love her. I actually would watch I Love Lucy all the time when I was growing up. That's my favorite. I wanted to be a female comedian so bad. Instead, I just went into improv and acting and stuff like that. And I think I'm funny in my own life. So that's that. But here's the Bitch I'm an Icon shirt. That was our try-on party. I hope you guys had so much fun. I had a blast. I'm going to go because I really have to pee. But I hope that you had a crazy blast and so much fun hanging out with me. I had a ton of fun hanging out with you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Post them in the comments below. You can love everything that I got. It's literally all I wear. If anyone has seen me at all during the summer, you probably know that is all I wear. I feel kind of ridiculous wearing it because it's like, I'm like promoting myself, but I genuinely love it. And for me, like when I create stuff like that, it's because I'm creating it for me first and then sharing it with you guys. So for me, I wanted something that was like super cute, super casual, but still like out there and vibrant and like had uplifting messages that like reminded me that it was okay to be myself and it was okay to take up space everywhere that I went. And so like that is so much of what I do. And so I'm always wearing my clothes. It's a great reminder for me to take up space. It's a great reminder for you. And anyone who sees my clothes and might be like, oh, she's wearing her own stuff. Yes, I am, because I'm proud of it and I'm excited about it. And anything that you are excited about, anything you're proud about, or anything that is an extension of who you are, don't shut up about it ever. Don't shut up about it ever, okay? You're fucking fabulous. Stop being so secretive about it. And yeah, I'm so happy this was helpful. If you have questions, you know where to find me. I love you guys so much. And I'm gonna go pee now. Okay, love you. Bye.